Good morning. So I didn't ache yesterday, I didn't have any DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Does this mean I'm doing it wrong? Now, firstly, no, you don't need to ache, get DOMS in your muscle for you to be doing it right, doing it correctly, doing it safely. The style of exercise can dictate this. So for example, if you're doing quite cardio work, you might not ache in a certain way than compared to if you're doing resistance work. If you're doing resistance exercise a little bit more, you may ache, but again, unless you've increased your volume significantly, or perhaps under recovered potentially, or done a significantly more than normal, whether that's the weight you lift, whether that's the reps you did, whether you've slowed it down and changed the tempo a little bit, it doesn't mean that doesn't mean you're going to ache. And the little progression over time, whether that's the weight you lift, the minutes you put in, the reps you do, the sets you do, these are all important if you're progressing, regardless of DOMS, aches, and it depends on a lot of things. How was your sleep? How's your protein intake like? Are you training every day? Are you exhausted? What's your lifestyle like? Where's your recovery at? There's so many variables. And it's like for me, I rarely ache, but I can still get a personal best on a lift. It doesn't mean I'm going to ache. And actually, if we chase the ache, this could also be detrimental, because imagine if I did some leg workout yesterday, then this morning I want to work out, or tomorrow I want to work out, I still can't move. Now I don't do my steps. And if we're talking fat loss here, let's say I really hit my legs yesterday, then today I'm like, I can barely move at all. And there's a time and a place for that. There might, if you're really pushing it and you're testing the water, trial and error, there is going to be times where you are aching. And I'll come on to that in a second. Especially if you're new, especially if you haven't done anything in a long time, maybe you do something and you might feel it. After a while, that will probably subside a little bit. Now, key things to remember is, if we think longevity here and long term over the week, if I'm limping around every time for like 3-4 days, is that a good thing? Well, I don't know. If I don't get my steps in now, if I don't get my workout in, and one of the ways to actually overcome this is to actually train smarter, but also increase your frequency, keep moving. Over time, your body will get used to that. Increase your protein intake, get moving, and make sure that you're not always going for it. If you're always aching every time, I would say there might be something there that we need to look at. Good morning, then. And if you're not aching, and you can honestly say that you've done it safely, correctly, you're progressing, you can see the progress in terms of how fit you feel in there, do not worry. It's not like if you ached, you did it right. If you didn't ache, you didn't do it right. That's not how it works. There's many mechanisms as well of building muscle and getting stronger. So I hope that helps action. The key thing is that we take action. I hope that sums it up. Any questions, let me know, and have an awesome Wednesday.